All right, we are here to talk about the future of this YouTube channel after the intro music. What's up, YouTube? It's this guy, Jeremy McDonald. Let me hear you say it. One of your very favorite people with Parkinson's. Of course, that's Jeremy, also known as J-Mac, Jeremy Mac. Let's do this thing. If you would like to get a hold of me, all my social media will be in the description, my Instagram, Facebook, and email address. All right, I've been getting a lot of notices from you guys that if I go live or post a new video, you are no longer getting updated about it. That is the algorithm changing. I don't know what YouTube's done, but the channel's pretty much cratered at the moment, which doesn't mean it's going to stop. But only thing I can say as far as that goes is maybe try to unsubscribe and resubscribe. It's frustrating as hell. I put a lot of effort and energy into these videos, and then to find out that you guys aren't even being notified when I post something is really frustrating. I have no control over that. That's a YouTube thing. But like I said, try to unsubscribe and resubscribe. It's the only thing I can tell you. And that leads me to the next point. You know, we are hearing a lot about AI and AI slop. Well, YouTube is saturated with it to the point where not only me, but other creators, Parkinson's and non-Parkinson's creators, are kind of pulling up stakes and moving on. Some of my other friends, I won't mention them, but you probably have noticed significantly less content from them. YouTube wasn't what it once was. It's kind of like a losing game at this point. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing videos. It just means it's a lot less. It's a lot less fun when I'm literally reaching like 1/6 of the people that I used to reach. And I don't believe it's because the content has gotten bad. I feel like it's just, like I said, some people have deleted their channels altogether, and this is in the Parkinson's community. So my thought here is that, you know, honestly, I'm kind of tired of talking just about Parkinson's. I live this day to day. So I've got a few new projects. First of all, I'd like to tell you about the latest project called Homeschoolers from Hell. Also, I should throw up the graphic here. All right, these are stories recorded years ago with my best friend Adam, who's since passed on. We were homeschooled together, and there's a lot of funny stuff. This is not for the faint of heart. It's got a lot of profanity. It's very, very funny, but it's very, very inappropriate. So if you're easily offended and don't want to hear cuss words, you won't like it. But it's a pretty damn good show, and I mean, I'm telling you, it used to be called something else, but since he passed, all the old shows have come down. And I thought, what better way to showcase what we did together than the Homeschoolers from Hell podcast. Every Thursday it drops. It's like usually a short story or two just from our literally hundreds of hours recording stories of our adventures together. Second of all, you probably already know about this, but You Said Wha, WHAAA, question mark, is a podcast I do with Michelle. She used to do slow dancing with Parkinson's. She's one of the creators who's no longer on the platform. But we do the podcast once a week, usually drops on Monday or Tuesday, every week. And then, of course, my album, which I got to be honest with you, I initially got a good push with it, but I guess maybe I'm just not promoting it enough. It's kind of stalled out a little bit, but it's I put up a graphic. One Day is a concept album, music inspired by Parkinson's disease. This is like one day in my life. It's kind of like dawn to dusk, my life. And yeah, so I'm really proud of it. I'll put up a link also in the description. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, and I think it's on iHeartRadio. It's a lot of places. So just Google Parkinson's One Day music inspired by Parkinson's. So that's kind of what's been going on over here. Like I said, I really miss the interaction, but YouTube has become a very, very difficult place to reach people. We can chalk it up to the algorithm, to AI, to just the glut of content. I've met some really cool people through YouTube, and I value every comment. Sometimes I haven't got around to responding to them lately because YouTube's just been so stagnant. I've kind of moved on to other things. But yeah, I'm still going to do this when I get, I feel like I have something to say, and you know me, I always have something to say. Been dealing with a little more dyskinesia lately. Sometimes it comes in waves, and it's harder to control. I upped my dose by a quarter pill, just a little FYI, and it seems to stop the off periods. I was taking 3/4 of a pill, and I was just having a lot of off periods during the day, so I bumped it up by a quarter pill, and I can feel the difference. A, in the medicine that lasting longer, and B, a little more dyskinetic. what are you going to do, people? What are you going to do? That's kind of the big thing going on right now. I'm still sticking to my pretty much 45-minute a day workout. The weather's been nice. It's been easier to do. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is just, it's not what it once was, and I don't plan on going anywhere, but if you see a lot of less content from your fellow Parkies on YouTube, that's probably what's going on. Just a losing game right now. Maybe it'll change, but either way, we're going to evolve, and I can't talk about Parkinson's all the time, so please check out my podcast, Homeschoolers from Hell, every Thursday on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You Said Wha, my podcast with Michelle from Slow Dancing with Parkinson's, every Monday. Once again, everywhere. It's streaming everywhere. All this is free. And then, of course, my album, One Day, Music Inspired by Parkinson's. Links are in the description. Let me know what's going on with you guys. Are any of my fellow creators out there? Are you hitting the wall like I am? It's frustrating. By the way, movie of the day. The Shallows with Blake Lively. Now, Jaws is one of my all-time favorite movies. But this movie, as far as shark movies go, scared me just as much as Jaws did. Now, maybe everybody won't share that opinion. And I'm not saying it's as good as Jaws, because nothing can be as good as Jaws. I'm telling you, The Shallows will make you wet your pants. Hopefully not literally, but it might. You never know. All right, that's all I got. Peace and love from my video store in this currently sunny city of St. Louis.